think when it comes down to controlling your retail inventory inside your store location or inside whatever retail based clothing, grocery, like liquor, all these different chains are going to control it. You're going to have a different way of controlling it just because levels of theft are a big component of your inventory. But I think best practices on making sure that you have an adequate understanding first is making sure you have proper reordering processes, proper category management, making sure your vendors know what they're bringing, having some kind of itemized process that your managers or store employees work through when that inventory comes in. And these are all things that we're more than happy to coach and work with your team and managers on directly. And then of course doing some kind of cycle counting or physical inventory on a pretty frequent monthly to quarterly basis to understand what is physically in the store. It's very easy when you don't have a proper system in place and something that runs the checks and balances to have outdated or damaged items sitting on a shelf for an extended period of time. But having proper inventory management, working with a third-party provider to reconcile and balance this is a huge benefit, and at the end of the day increases your return on inventory. If you are not properly managing inventory over an extended period of time, and it can be as short as 3 months, you're going to see a lot of things, and we see a lot of surprises for a lot of the clients that we are new to servicing. It's just from a standpoint that you're not tracking all the minutia, small details, small things on your bottom shelves, items that your managers are ordering, especially if you have a larger operation. We have clients that have several dozens of stores, and those clients, like they're not the operation isn't understanding every single location directly, and so it's very easy to overlook items that are outdated. Another big component is vendors giving you the wrong item and not recognizing it till later. So we run into situations, and it's very common for someone to bring an item up to a register, scan it, and it doesn't have a price or anything associated with it because the item was received incorrectly. So having a good receiving process is a big component of not being surprised, but also doing your routine, like I mentioned, a routine inventory every quarter, month on a pretty frequent basis will definitely help decrease the amount of surprises you have on an average year.